The Power of Habit. Full, deep, detailed summary. Introduction, the habit loop. Duhigg introduces the idea that habits are not destiny. They are choices that we make and can remake by understanding how they work. The habit loop. Cue, routine, reward. Cue, a trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode. Routine, the behavior itself, physical, mental, or emotional. Reward, the benefit that helps the brain decide if this loop is worth remembering. Neuroscience shows habits form in the basal ganglia, which is key for pattern recognition and automatic behaviors. Part 1. The Habits of Individuals. Chapter 1. The Habit Loop. How habits work. Key concept. Habits save brain effort. Once triggered, the brain stops participating fully and goes into autopilot. Scientific insight. Experiments with rats in mazes show that brain activity spikes at the beginning and end. Reward. But during the routine, the brain powers down. Real example. Febreze was initially marketed as an odor eliminator, but failed. When rebranded with a reward, fresh smell, and tied to a cue, end of cleaning routine, it became a blockbuster product. Chapter 2. The Craving Brain. How to Create New Habits. Craving is the engine of the loop. Without craving the reward, the cue won't activate the habit loop. Key study. Monkey experiment. Neuroscientists found that dopamine spikes not after a reward, but right after the cue. This shows the brain learns to anticipate the reward. Real example. Pepsodent toothpaste. The tingle from mint created a craving, not cleanliness. It was added to give users a reward sensation they would seek again. Chapter 3. The Golden Rule of Habit Change. Change the routine, keep the cue and reward. Example. Tony Dungy coached players to react without thinking, changing bad game habits by rewiring automatic responses. Alcoholics Anonymous changes destructive routines while keeping the community, cue, and relief reward. Willpower is a muscle. It can be trained but also fatigued. Managing when and how you use it is crucial. Part 2. The Habits of Successful Organizations. Chapter 4. Keystone Habits. Which habits matter most? Keystone habits, small changes or habits that automatically trigger other positive behaviors. Example. Alcoa CEO Paul O'Neill focused solely on safety. Result. Worker morale, communication, and efficiency improved. Profits soared. Exercise is another keystone habit. It often leads to improved eating, sleep, and productivity. Chapter 5. Starbucks and the Habit of Success. Willpower and self-discipline. Starbucks trains employees to handle difficult customers using latte method. Listen, acknowledge, take action. Willpower is built by pre-deciding routines in stressful situations. Example. Travis, a high-risk youth, transformed into a successful Starbucks manager through structured habit training. Chapter 6. The Power of a Crisis. How leaders create habits. Crises force change. Organizations often change only when pushed by external shocks. Examples. Rhode Island Hospital had fatal errors due to toxic habits of poor communication. After a crisis, leadership used the event to reshape hospital routines. Institutional habits. Every organization has its own set of invisible rules. Leaders can reshape them through intentional disruption. Part 3. The Habits of Societies. Chapter 7. How movements happen. Social habits and group behavior. Example. Montgomery bus boycott. Rosa Parks was part of many strong and weak ties. Movements grow when they have strong ties, close friends, weak ties, acquaintances who spread the message, a new identity, adopting a cause or belief. Insight. Change happens not just through logic, but by belonging and social pressure. Chapter 8. The Neurology of Free Will. Are we responsible for our habits? Duhigg explores the case of Brian Thomas, who killed his wife while sleepwalking. The court ruled it was involuntary. Contrast. A compulsive gambler sued casinos but was found guilty because she actively chose her behavior. Conclusion. We must consciously recognize and reshape habits. Once we do, we're responsible for the outcome. Final framework. How to change a habit. Habit change framework. Identify the routine. What's the behavior you want to change? Experiment with rewards. What craving is driving your habit? Isolate the cue. When does the habit start? Location, time, emotion, others, preceding action. Have a plan. Replace the routine while keeping cue and reward. Final takeaways. Habits can be changed if we understand how they work. Belief and community play a role in sustaining change. Small shifts in behavior lead to massive changes over time. Whether it's in personal life, business, or society, habits shape outcomes. Real-world example. Personal: quit smoking, start exercising, manage anger. Work: increase productivity, reshape workplace culture. Marketing: brand habit-forming products. Society: social justice movements, public policy.